Hey guys, good morning, welcome to church. Just to let you know before we get started that we have our girls and guys session coming up on Wednesday evening the 28th. So this is for girls and guys in youth that are in year 9 or above. So if you haven't already, get online, get in touch with me, book yourself in. We're going to be spending time with me and Steve and Jess and Becky, and we're going to be talking about stuff that is relevant to girls and guys separately. So we're going to start by talking about the theme of social media. How do we put ourselves across online? What does it mean? How can we be followers of Jesus but still also use it best and think good things about ourselves? So that's going to be good fun on Wednesday evening. Bring your drink and food and whatever, and we'll looking forward to hanging out then. Also this week we've heard from quite a few young people and loads of kids as well in some of the younger groups are having to stay off school for another couple of weeks due to having to isolate and stuff like that. So if that's you, or if that's happening now, or you think that's going to happen, or it has happened, we're thinking about you, we're praying for you. If you're watching this video, what I want you to do is comment underneath what would be the ideal thing to be sent in to you as a isolation rescue pack. What kind of things would you like? What kind of things would you want if money was no object when you have to stay in your house for 2 weeks? What do you need? What would you have around you? And then maybe if some of those things are cool, we might be able to put some stuff together next week and post it out to you to keep you going over the next week and a half or so. We're really sorry to hear that. We know it's for the best, but we're praying for you, and trust you're still able to connect with your friends and school and stuff, albeit through a computer screen for now. But before know it, you'll be back. You will be at stuff, you'll be at church, you'll be at youth, you'll be at school, you'll be seeing your friends, family out and about. This morning we have Steve sharing his testimony with us, or a bit of his testimony. It's got quite a funny name, you might have seen, but watch it, and if you've got any questions you want to ask him, get in touch with us afterwards, and it'd be cool to do that. We want to share our testimonies, we want to share our stories of real life faith with you guys online, and if you want to do it to us as well, or you want to do it and share with others, that'd be really cool, because it's all in. The important thing at the minute is being real about who we are, being real about what our faith means, being real about some of the difficult stuff in life. So if you want to do that, get in touch. We'd love to get you here, film you, get you on YouTube. It'd be super cool. But let's watch Steve now, and let's listen to his testimony. Thank you guys. Have a great rest of your Sunday, and I hope that you really enjoy the next couple minutes. See you soon.
Why is he flat every 10 seconds?
There you go.
Cool. Do I say good morning, or is it morning?
So we'll go on in all.
Hi everybody, good morning, and I'm here today just to share a little bit of my story really, and just some part of my testimony, my personal experience, and part of my faith with you guys. So I grew up going to church, but I never really knew God a huge amount. I had some friends around me. I really enjoyed socially going to church, but never really quite got the whole relationship with God. It was just me and my mum who were Christians, and so my mum, faith was new to her as well. So I didn't grow up with that sort of well-versed Christian upbringing around me. So we had to learn a lot of these things myself. And I had a good group of friends at church, but then I moved away at the end of my school time. After my GCSEs, we moved to a different area, and I went to a new college, met a load of new friends who also happened to be Christians, which was a complete fluke from what I thought at the time. But I'd also moved away from my church, so I was becoming even more distant from church, the Bible and God, and it wasn't really playing a part of my life. Meeting these new friends at college, they took me along to Soul Survivor. And just to add a bit of a spoiler alert here, this title of this talk really would just be how I lost my faith at Soul Survivor. So I went along with my friends to this, and it was a new experience for me. It was something I'd never seen before from a Christian perspective, and I liked it. I liked the loud music, I liked the guitars, I liked the worship, I liked what people were saying in essence, but I just didn't get that God bit. I didn't get the relationship. I didn't understand who he was, and I didn't understand what it meant for me. So I very vividly remember one of the nights in the big tent when the worship had finished. There was a big call for people to give their life to God, and I felt genuinely very sincere in praying to God, saying, God, I feel like I don't know you. There's weird stuff going on around me. There's experiences happening around me, and there's something that I don't have. God, show me something. I sort of remember closing my eyes, the worship was going, it was the right atmosphere, so to speak, And there was nothing. And actually what I really remember was feeling my feet firmly on the ground. And I just really remember thinking, it's just me here. There's nothing. And for me, that was a really pivotal point, which was a very reversed sort of thing to happen at Soul Survivor. But I came away from that thinking, I'm done with this. This isn't for me. And I enjoyed the rest of the trip with my mates, camping and what have you. And then went back home. And that sort of started off a 6-year journey for me of not really being a Christian. And to keep this story short, obviously I'm here now at this church. I became a Christian, and that is a story to share another day with how God really came to me. But there's a few things I really wanted to pull out of this, which I can appreciate now, and I certainly hadn't seen at that point in time. So firstly, it's okay to feel like that, like these things happen. We have to get this relationship with God right, and it has to be genuine. If it's not there, we can't grasp it, we can't feel it, we need to keep searching for it. I think the mistake that I made was I just called it off at that point and gave up. I didn't have the right support around me to explore what it means to be a Christian. I needed to understand more and learn more, and my mind wasn't like that. It just cut it off. And I really want to encourage you guys just to keep exploring. If we're not feeling it yet, you've got these groups around at church. There's so much material online and things like where you've been to Soul Survivor and other groups. I really encourage you guys to keep exploring with others and keeping that conversation, because moving on to the second point, God will meet you when he wants you. And I think that was huge for me. It partly helped me be the Christian that I am, because God really reached out when I needed him to become a Christian. And to have been so far away from being a Christian, that was a real pivotal thing, and that made me really strongly for God when he spoke and reached out to me. So, there is an element of his timing in this as well, and never lose sight of that while still striving forward ourselves to get closer to him. And then finally, I just really want to encourage you to pray for your friends around you who don't know Jesus, because what I realised in my life over that 6-year period where I wasn't a Christian, literally God followed me. I was with a family that sort of spent some time, and they almost looked after me for periods of time, and they were Christians. As I say, when I moved to college, I fell in line with a bunch of Christians, and they were all praying for me, and I never knew it, and I never appreciated it really until the point where God really spoke to me and just came out of nowhere. And I think that really is really evident, that the effect that has had on my life now. And I think it's true for ourselves and for people around us to be praying for us, but also the fact that we should be praying for those around us as well who aren't Christians, and that it really does make a difference. So I want to just encourage you this morning with some of those things, and say quite a personal story for me, and definitely part of my faith journey overall as well. So, I'll quickly pray. Lord Jesus, I thank you for everybody that's watching this morning, and for everybody that I can just share this very personal story with. Lord, I pray you encourage people where they're at, that they recognise, Lord, where they have opportunities to reach out to others, or where they need to be just still pursuing you. I thank you that you were there for me, and that you are also there for everybody watching this video. And Lord, I just really pray that everyone that does see this can have that opportunity that I had to get to know you so deeply in your love and your peace. Amen. Great. Well, thank you for joining me. If you want to find out more about SCF, we're here. We have our website. You can email us with inquiries at thebridgeshirley.com. And James is wagging his thumb at me. So come along. We've got some youth groups. We've got stuff going on at the church. Get in touch, get involved, come and join us. It's good fun, and we'd love to see you around. Cool. Take care, guys. Bye.